Welcome to episode number 5 of this Vinny J Madden 22 Face of the Franchise series. And today, obviously playing on Vinny J Madden 22 Face of the Franchise series, obviously. Week 6 against the Dolphins in London. Yes, in London. At Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to be completely botching that name. But we're about to play the 0-5 Dolphins. We're 5-0, so it's a 5-0 Jaguars versus the 0-5, or it's a 5-0 Jaguars versus the 0-5 Dolphins in London. It's at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, because it's obviously in London, so different time zone. That's why it's at 9:30 Eastern. We're technically the home team the Jaguars are, but it doesn't really matter. The only in that it's obviously at a neutral site in London. The only reason why it probably matters we're the home team as well. For the uniform, the only reason why, obviously, for games that are a neutral site, the only reason or reasons why it matters who's the road team and who's the home team is, well, what uniform you wear and who gets to choose heads or tails. Like the road team gets to choose heads or tails for the 20 minutes before the game and the 20 minutes before overtime if the game goes to overtime. And that's Vinny J right in the middle, number 15. Yes, in this game for some reason it's called generic player. When I created my avatar, I think your avatar is supposed to be the one that's, I created him first time I logged into Madden 22, and I named it Vinny J. I checked that, it says Vinny J, but in this Face the Franchise, it says generic player. So I'm still calling it Vinny J, although his name in this game is generic player, and I can't change that. So. But I did put him as Vinny J when I created my avatar the first time I went into Madden 22, and it's still Vinny J, but for some reason in this Face the Franchise it's generic player, which I'm not sure why it's like that, but generic player. But I'm still calling it Vinny J Face the Franchise because it's supposed to be. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm number 15. I'm on the Jaguars. I was the first overall pick, although it says Trevor Lawrence and Vinny J were both the first overall pick, which is not possible. That was a glitch, which I believe they fixed. But that was after after I was drafted by the Jaguars first overall. Although it's like I said, it says Vinny J and Trevor Lawrence are both picked first overall, which is not possible. So the top players for the Dolphins have Xavier Howard, cornerback. He's some X-Factor. I'm not sure what it is though. They have Byron Jones, another cornerback, and then they have Mike Lentz. The tight ends. I don't know. Obviously, like I said, we're 5-0. They're 0-5. Let's look at the schedule quickly. Well, I'll give you a general idea when this episode is, because obviously the last episode was Vinny J's NFL debut, where we beat the Texans in Houston 59-17. If you haven't seen that yet, if you haven't seen the last episode of the series, it'll be the eye in the sky in the top right corner right up here. There should be an icon that pops up at the beginning of the video. And we beat the Broncos 51-16. Beat the Cardinals 35-21, beat the Bengals 41-38 on Thursday Night Football, and then we beat the Titans 17-14. You're wondering why the points went from 35 plus to only 17? It's because they threw me in, and I believe the Cardinals did, and threw me in with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, so I missed, and a 6-minute quarter, so I missed just over 2.5 quarters, so that's why I only scored 35 points. In our week 3 game against the Cardinals at home, and then this last game it's the Titans, where we only won 17-14. The reason why is because they threw me in with a minute after go in the fourth quarter with the Jaguars down 14-6. We got went down, I think, on the first play, or it might have been the first play. I'm not exactly sure. The difficulty is rookie, which is the easiest difficulty here in Madden 22. Went down, scored a touchdown. I think it might have been on the first play. I'm not sure. And then I did a QB draw on the 2-point conversion, barely got it. So I tied the game at 14, and then we got the ball back. Like 20 seconds left, and I was off a turnover by the Titans because we got the ball like they're 23. The one pass down in like the 10, down to like the 10, and then spiked the ball with 4 seconds left, hit the game-winning field goal, and we won 17-14. So now we're about to play the Dolphins in London in week 6, and then week 7, which is next week in this game, is the Jaguars bye week. So I'm thinking maybe next episode will be I know how to play it by year, though. The reason why I'm playing it by year, like that's what I said in the last episode, is because there's a possibility, like in this Titans game where they might throw me in with 2 minutes left or a minute and a half left, or the Cardinals game where they threw me in with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. So I just gotta play it by ear. But I'm thinking maybe this 49ers game, the Jaguars Week 11 game against the 49ers at home. It's Sunday early game, and it will be the third. It's a little different than usually I do five. I always do 5 games, which is 5 episodes. Or I always do 5 games, which is 5 episodes. In my career mode and my franchise and my fantasy draft franchise. I do that in my 5 games, 5 episodes in my career mode, my franchise, I do that 5 games, which is 5 episodes in my career mode, my franchise, and my fantasy draft franchise. But obviously, I already know what game that I'll play in my career mode, my franchise, and my fantasy draft franchise. But in this series, I'm not exactly sure because, like I said, there's a possibility I might throw me in with like 2 minutes left or a minute and a half left, and well, that's obviously I want a full game in the episode, or at least when the Jaguars are on offense, because I just play offense. I don't play defense or anything, because I just don't want to. Because if I did, I probably would shut them down. So I'm thinking maybe this Week 11 game against the 49ers, I'm thinking this Week 11 game against the 49ers at home. It's a Sunday early game, but obviously there's a possibility they might. I don't think they'll stim it completely, but there's a possibility like I said, where they might throw me in with like 2 minutes left in the game, whether that's down 3 or 8 or 7 or something like that. But and then maybe Week 11, and then maybe like Week 14 against the Titans, just in Tennessee, and then most likely then Week 18 against the Colts at home, assuming that I can play the full game, which I assume I will, or I assume they will let me, because even the game where they threw me in with 2 minutes to go or a minute and a half to go in the day, and it's Titans, which is the Jaguars Week 5 game, I didn't have a choice to play the full game. I just had one option, or there was 2 options. It was just I couldn't play the entire full game, so it forced me to hop in with a minute and a half to go in the football game, which we ended up winning. For a send down that 2-point conversion when I did a QB draw, or a quarterback draw, I thought I wasn't when I did it, because I switched it. I did an audible because I realized they weren't doing goal line or anything. And there was a small window. I fit right through there and barely got across. For a second, I thought I didn't did it, but then it said 2-point good and tied the game. And obviously, our kicker hit a game-winning field goal with 1 second to go in the fourth quarter. So and obviously the Sumo ticked off, and then obviously that was the game. Yeah, let's end the game right now. So yeah, play offense only, control all offensive snaps. We're 80 overall there, and the Dolphins are 78 overall. That's a generic player, which is Vinny J, really. Has Bazooka, which adds, I think it's 10 or 15 yards to his throw. It's 10 or 15 yards. We have Miles Jack, our middle linebacker, and Josh Allen, our right outside linebacker. And obviously, like I said, we have Vinny J with Bazooka, Jaguars quarterback, and obviously, Dolphins have Howard, Jones, and Gretzkowski, or I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, play call enhanced. Difficulty is on rookie, like I said, and that is the easiest difficulty here in Madden 22. Let's get into the game right now. Well, 5-0. They're 0-5. Let's watch the presentation. Alan Roach. Tua is still the quarterback for the Dolphins, unlike real life where he got injured. Was it a rib injury? I don't think it's a rib injury. I know Rob Gronkowski has a rib injury. Will Fuller, the 5th touchdown, receiving touchdown last week with like 5 receptions and 91 yards. But obviously this team is not good. I mean, they're 0-5. We're really good though, because we're 5-0. They're 0-5. Yeah, they did the ball first. Obviously, defense will be simmed, and they did a touchdown. And 7-0 Dolphins. 3:36 to go in the first quarter, as we're here in London, England. I did not mean to do that. I don't like run pass options. I don't know. Okay. I only didn't throw to one guy. I don't like that. I only did throw to circle, although there's like 3 other guys running a route. So I did it to him. 5 yards. 2,000 passing yards this season. I'm leading the lead in passing yards and passing touchdowns and all that good stuff. Although 2 games, the game against the Cardinals and the Titans haven't been able to play the entire game. Obviously, one game they threw me in with 2 minutes to go in the fourth, or 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then the other game, which was the last game of the Jaguars, they threw me in with a minute and a half to go in the fourth quarter. Here we go, and now I have to have every receiver. I'm throwing the ads. 19 has it, or number 19 has it. 15 yards to the 41, our 41. Our own 41. First down, Jacksonville. Baltimore's 4-1. Chargers are 1-4. Here we go. It's a run. I think I had a stiff arm accidentally, and number 1 has 11 yards. Obviously now, not usually single digits. 11 yards after contact. Usually single digit players are only like quarterbacks and kickers or punters. But now it's really can be anyone. Like right there, it could be a receiver, it could be a running back, it could be a tight end, it could be a DB. Here's a throw, got it in there, and did it a little more, but stepped out of bounds accidentally. Did it sits, and let's do a shovel option somewhere where I think I can run it, or I can shovel it or throw it forward like underhand to someone that's gonna be right here. Yeah, I had to throw it to R1 or L1. No, throw it to R1, and I actually lost it. I'm 4 for 4, 22 yards. Help the fielding percentage, throwing percentage, or completion percentage. Tampa Bay's 5-1 as they beat the Eagles 38-20. I believe that's on Thursday Night Football. Yeah, under a minute to play. It's 3rd and 5. We might not be in field goal range. We're on the edge of it, maybe, but we don't have to worry about that now. A bit danger on 3rd and 5. 11 yards run after the catch, but obviously it was like a 50-yard reception. I don't know. But now there's 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Jacksonville at Miami's 16-yard line. The Eagles are 2-4. Throw! Oh, I thought I was going to the end zone. I thought he was gonna keep going. I didn't really see the route. I thought he was keep going, but instead he stopped. That has to be his 46 wide cross where he cut out to the left. I thought he would keep going, but he didn't. Should have been intercepted. 15 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Jaguars have the ball, Dolphins 15-yard line, or at the 16-yard line with 16 seconds to play. This one's long towards the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. There's not that much space between the in line, the out of bounds line, and the wall right there. Someone did get hurt. Hopefully it's not like that in real life, but I believe in real life there's a game in London. Well, there's this game, and well, in real life this game is in 2 weeks, and I believe there's a game in London next week. Obviously hasn't been a game internationally since 2019 because of COVID. But obviously, clearly they're doing it. I think they have one this upcoming week in week 5, and obviously this game in week 6. Here we go. Did protection by the offensive line. Square shuts it. Oh, it was I had him, but just I kind of was throwing it like Mahomes, where he throws it. Turning with his hip, not turning his hip. Here we go. And let's throw it to number 1, the running back down the backfield, and he breaks free. And he's down to the 47-yard line, our own 47-yard line, 18 yards right after the catch. And I did not realize until just now that the Dolphins will have to got the ball back after we scored a touchdown. The Dolphins got a field goal, so they're up 10-7, 4 minutes and counting here in the first half. Here we go, and that was a screen, almost got picked off, and now into the truck that guy could not. 8 for 10, 100 yards and a touchdown for Vinny J, although it says generic player. do a shovel option maybe at the end, because I can run it or throw a L1 or R1 at the end. So yeah, I did it before. Let's do it. And I can do it outside. Can I run this or do I have to throw? I thought I could run it, but I think I had to shovel it, and unfortunately, well, that did not go well. It's not a sack because it was a designed run-and play, so it's negative 10 yards for Vinny J. Send it in 20 from the 50, 3 minutes remaining, play action. And I might have square over the middle, and he's got it! Number 17 is down to the 11 with 2:55 remaining. 750 receiving yards this season. I'm not doing a shovel option again. It's not. I've done it twice. I had a negative 1 yard throw, and then I had negative 10 rushing yards. Here's a run by number 1 to the right, and he's down to the 6, so about halfway to the goal line. Send it down on 5 from the 6 with 2:20 remaining in the first half and counting, and we do the ball after halftime. So remember the double dip right here. 2:03 remaining. I didn't play off before the 2-minute warning. Yes, I can. And maybe I can run it in. Maybe let's go to square. He's on the, oh, whoa! He's on the goal line, and that almost was picked off, but was not. 2-minute warning. 10-7 Miami. 6-8-9 Hunt. 3rd and 5 from the 6. Minute 56 remaining. Colin Kaepernick's on the Eagles, looks like. He's in this game. Here we go. Come on. Someone did open. It's really tight here by the goal line. R1 might be open. What a throw! Touchdown! What a throw by Vinny J. First receiving touchdown of the game for that guy. I'm not sure who that was, but it was really congested in the end zone, and the Jaguars have a 14-10 lead and win the ball back like 30 seconds later. And let's say we have the ball. We should do Wildcat. Why not? Let's do Wildcat. Let's do Blast RT, which is like direct snap at number 22, and he just runs it up the gut from our own 40. It might have been off a interception or a 3-and-out or something like that. 14-10 Jacksonville. We also bought for halftime. It's a run right up the middle, and he does it at 5. Not bad. Let's hurry it up here. All 3 timeouts. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. But now let's do a jet sweep. I think this is a pass actually, and it is a pass. It's a forward pass. And it's close to a first down. And they're saying that was that down for me, but it really not. I shouldn't do a hurry up because then I'm still in the same formation. It's 3rd and inches from midfield. 50 seconds remaining. Can I hit the outside? Yes, it's a first down. And more. And out of bounds at the 33 with 42 seconds remaining. That was Robinson, and that was a forward pass. Some of the Green Bay Panthers run that, where they or some other teams like the Jaguars running along with the Panthers and some other teams. Here we go. Great protection by the offensive line. What a throw! Down to the 11, and number 10 caught it. Timeout number 1 used by the Jaguars. I mean, they have single back pistol done, Wildcat Dater, goal line, Hail Mary, and special teams. So really, I only have 3 to choose from. That's not including that Wildcat Dater where Vinny J is actually the quarterback. He has his X factor's on right now. 1st and 10 from the 11, and great protection by the O line. And I'm gonna run it. Can I did it? There goes Vinny J, and he's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville, and we're up 20-10 with 25 seconds to play, and we also ball after halftime. So hopefully we won't give up any points here in the final 25 seconds, and we do not, and we ball is up 7.5, up 21-10, and a chance to touchdown here would give it a touchdown, would make it a 3-score game. Then we have 3 drives and 3 touchdowns. Here's a throw! Whoa! Broken up by the defender. Could have intercepted it, but he stood out his left hand, hit it away. There's Urban Meyer, which in real life is 0-4, but in this game he's 5-0. Dallas is 5-0, and New England's 1-4. Obviously, they have I believe in this game they still have I'm not sure if they have Cam Newton still or not. And what a broke like 3 tackles around one guy. There it goes 22. He just spun around 21. And finally, number 15 for Miami brought number 22 for us down 44 yards after contact. And that was the same play we run earlier. I mean, that was like 50 yards. He broke like 3 tackles. And I just said 44 yards after contact. Pittsburgh's 4-1. Seattle's 2-3. Pittsburgh obviously in real life is not 4-1. Throw wide open is 19. Breaks a tackle and he is in. Touchdown. Touchdown. And he's in. Touchdown. Jacksonville. Colin Johnson and the Jaguars lead 28-10. And see, like now, the offense for the other team, I mean, they had a 7-0 lead and a 10-7 lead, but now they're down 28-10. We need, there was also a goal to get 375 total yards as a team, like offensive yards. I think we're at like 275. Here we go. I'm loving it. The circle down the right side, and he's got it! Down to the 21 of Miami. First down, Jacksonville. What a dime by Vinny J. Let's go with pistol. Let's go with Forverts. Although we're at the 21, so Forverts is meant for like to be run for like the 50, not the 21. But also, I'm not that fast like Dash C or anyone else. And what a move! I'm in chase in! I didn't put the bring that in, but I do send a rushing touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are up 35-10. Dolphins go down and did a field goal. Minute 54 to go in the third, but they're still down 35-13, which is by what? They're still down by what? I think we're up by 24, which is 3 scores if I'm doing my math right. Here we go, and in stride is number 82, and Vinny J's 14 for 18, 268 yards and 3 touchdowns. I've said 3 touchdowns. See, like here, if you keep, Giants are 1-4, Rams are 3-2. Here we go, play action. And here's a throw! Oh, I was under pressure, so it was an inaccurate pass. What if it was accurate, it would have been a touchdown. Send it down and 10. Here we go. And no, throw it to the down. I was like standing at the first down marker, and he's do R48. I'm looking for like a penalty maybe or something. It's 3rd and 3. Yeah, I'm maybe looking for like a roughing the passer. Let's go with single bat. Let's go with tight end attack, I guess. Most of the there's a guy tight end over the middle. The primary receiver is Laundry. He's kind of doing like run up 10 yards and then tight end towards the middle of the field, and he is open. And he's got it. Goes right over a guy, and he's down at the 15 with 30 seconds to play in the third. Let's go with a halfback stretch. Halfback stretch. Got to the outside. Greenrest in front of him, and he is in for a touchdown as he powered his way in. 41-13. Jacksonville, 10th career rushing touchdown for him. I believe that's Robinson. And it's 42-13. Dolphins have. Well, it was only like a 2-minute drive, and they did not score. We have the ball at our own 41-yard line, up 42-13. Denver and Las Vegas are both 1-4. Unlike Las Vegas is 3-0, so clearly this is not what it is in real life. Obviously, this is not real life. This is Madden 22. Just throw at Benny J. Truck the guy, and he's down at the 24. And I'm definitely over probably 375 total yards. As a team, the Jaguars are, because Vinny J personally at like 342 yards. Here we go. Yeah, 20 went away a long time ago. It's 42. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off in the double coverage, and it's a touchback. That's Howard. He's in the zone, and I think I'm out of the zone because I think for Bazooka, if you throw an interception, you're out at your X-Panther's gone, so yeah. Interception, and they go down and did nothing. We did the ball at like a minute later, but I think my X-Panther's probably gone. Yeah, it is. We did the ball at R49, so it's probably off a turnover, or a turnover on down, because obviously they're down by a jillion points. Here's another throw, and that one is caught. What a throw. Not sure how I missed with the dip. Might say complete 30-plus yards and air passes to dip Bazooka. I think I only have to do that once, so I need a 30-yard pass in the air, 30-plus yards, 30-plus yard pass in the air. And I'm not sure if it's only 30, it might be 30 yards, but that's caught at the 20, and he is in for a touchdown. And it's 48-13. 42-yard touchdown for that guy, number 10. And it's now 49-13. Dolphins go down to nothing. 3:04 remaining. And we're at our own 3-yard line. I'm still not... I don't think that was 30 yards, but... After the interception did knock me out of Bazooka. Just make sure I don't do a safety. I'm not sure why I'm throwing this check down. And that was... Lost a yard, actually. Caught it like 2 yards in the end zone. And did out. Did tackle my number 55 for Miami. And lost a yard. Sending down 11 from the 2. 2:35 remaining. Jaguars lead the Dolphins 49-13. Hopefully we won't give up a safety. And here's a throw. Caught at the 30. So the reason I paused it is because the last clip ended. Right now I'm mid-play, so it's caught by number 10. You already saw that. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's too easy. That could be the game. There's only 2 minutes remaining. It's not. But I'm just going to skip that moment. And the Dolphins actually did a touchdown, so it's now 56-20. And now we have the ball first and 10 for our own 25. 3 turnovers for Jacksonville. 3? I have an interception, but like, where's the other 2 turnovers? There's been like no. Has it been on like kickoffs or something? Must be, because I only have that 1 interception. Here's a run by Vinny J. Hopefully I don't fumble the ball. I just went out of bounds. 4 rushes, 41 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's where the other 2 touchdowns are coming from. Forgot about that. I think it's at 647 total yards, I think. I drew obviously the 375 yards, that's checked, and also I think it was, the other goals were throw 1 touchdown pass and 100 passing yards, and then that was player goals and scenario goals, gained 375 plus yards of offense, and obviously, well, checked for both of those. 26 seconds remaining from the 44, our own 44. I'm lobbing at the circle. There's a flag down, and that ball is picked off, and it might be roughing the passer and or DPI. And Howard intercepted it in, but that's like the 23-yard line or something like that. But they're calling roughing the passer. They're calling roughing the passer on number 50. And I'm obviously accepting it. First and 10 from the 41. They're 41, so it's 15-yard penalty. It wipes out the interception, as Howard does not do a second of the game. Yeah, because one. Yeah, it was a late hit. It was a late hit. Wiped out the interception, but obviously you're down by a lot. You're down by 36, and that, whoa, incomplete. I need 5 yards for 500 yards on the game. Let's do a screen. Sending down 10. We're up by 36. Here we go. We're up 36, at 56-20, and that will be 5 yards. 500 passing yards for Vinny J. And he's down to the 22-yard line at 514 yards for Vinny J. Now, that's how many yards he'll finish with as time has expired. As the Jaguars beat up on the 0-5 Dolphins, 56-20. As the Jaguars beat the Dolphins by 36 at 56-20. As the Jaguars move to 6-0, and the Dolphins fall to 0-6. Yeah, that was like the Bills and Texans game from this past week, where the Bills beat the Texans 40-0. Well, this is kind of like this here, where like how the Bills beat the Texans 40-0, and game that was for you guys. Well, 2 days ago. Because for me, yesterday, because I'm filming this Monday night at 8:30. It's 8:30 right now. So obviously, for you guys, if you're watching this day, the day I post this video, which will be Tuesday, October 5th. Obviously, that was 2 days ago, but obviously the Bills beat the Texans 40-0. It was the Texans quarterback. Obviously, Watson had some problems. Lido Bronze obviously is not on the roster. Their starter is I forgot who their starter. It's not Tua, but it's he did well in week 1. It's the Jaguars. Obviously, in this game, Deshaun Watson was actually the quarterback for the Texans. 276 yards and a touchdown for Tua. For Vinny J, a generic player, 514 yards and 5 touchdowns, and a 76% completion percentage, or 76% completion percentage. Like I said, 276 yards and a touchdown for Tua, and a 52% completion percentage. We beat the Texans. We didn't beat the Texans. We did in week 1, which was last episode, like I said earlier. But we beat the Dolphins 56-20. The Jaguars beat the Dolphins 52-20. As the Jaguars move to 6-0, and the Dolphins fall to 0-6. yeah. As Todd Gurley looks like Todd Gurley's on the Dolphins. I actually did not know that. We got 7 points in the first, we got 14 in the second, 21 in the third, and 14 in the fourth. And the Dolphins got 7 points in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and 7 in the fourth. Obviously, we won by 36 at 56-20. As a good game. Obviously, Vinny did the one interception to Howard. Howard had a second one, but was wiped out by the roughing the passer. Yeah. So yeah, Howard did have an interception in the end zone. That one counted, but he also had one in the final 30 seconds of the fourth quarter or of the game, but it was wiped out because of a 15-yard penalty against the defense for roughing the passer, which is 15 yards, obviously, because it's a personal foul. So, it was a late hit. And James Robinson had 3 carries, 23 yards. DJ Clark, isn't it Shark? Not Clark. Oh, yeah, because if it was Clark, it would be CL. It's Shark. So, DJ Shark Jr., 4 receptions, 62 yards. And then, looks like Shannon, I might be mispronouncing that name. 8 receptions, 272 yards. I want to see these stats for a second before. Well, apparently. Oh yeah, I forgot. He had 2 passes for 22 yards. The guy that was doing that, who was doing those 4 passes. It looks like the backup. That's their punter. Did they fake a punt? Looks like they have Michael Pelleri, the Dolphins punter, at 1 for 132 yards. Looks like he passed on it. Maybe they faked the punt. They must have. And let's just go with the Jaguars. I have 4 rushes, 41 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Robinson had 3 for 23, 1 touchdown. So I just said I had 4 for 41, 2 touchdowns. Robinson had 3 for 23 and a touchdown. And then I said I had that long run. Devin Ozutabo, 2 for 50, and then Travis Enwin Jr., 2 for 16, and then receiving Shannon, 8 for 272, 3 touchdowns. Robinson, 5 for 26 and a touchdown. So he got 2 touchdowns total, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Shark, 4 for 62. Travis Endon Jr., 3 for 54. Colin Johnson, 3 for 69 with a touchdown. And then Carter Laundrie, so tied on 2 for 53. So not bad. And then Tipton, Josh Lambo, which is a Jaguars kicker, he had no field goal attempts, and he obviously had 8 extra point attempts, and he made all 8. And he's 6 years in the NFL. It's been Texas A&M. I didn't realize that. But and then punting, I don't think we punted once. Dolphins, they punted 4 times. He had 172 yards. He averaged 43 yards per punt. 1 punt out of 20, but he did fake 1 because he was on the stat sheet for throwing the ball. And yeah, one for one with 32 yards. So they did fake a punt. The Dolphins did at least once. Well, once probably, because he went 1 for 1. So it was a good game. Vinny J, didn't he have like 550 yards or something like that with 5 touchdowns in the last episode, and in this episode, or in the last episode, I believe he had like 560 yards and 5 touchdowns or something like that. In this episode, or in this game, or both really, he had 514 yards and 5 touchdowns. And now in the year has 24 touchdowns, and probably didn't come in the game, he had 2,050 yards, and now he has 2,500, just over 2,500 yards, I think, and 24 touchdowns. Yeah. I'm not sure when this episode of the series will be. I'm not sure what game it will be in this game, or here in Madden 22, or here in this Face of the Franchise. I'm not sure what game that episode will be. What game it will be here in this Face of the Franchise, and I'm not sure when it's going to go up in real life. I have no idea. Hopefully it's sooner than later, but who knows. Obviously, last episode of the series was Vinny J's NFL debut, and it went up, I think, September 1st, so it's been, this video will be going up on October 5th, so it's been just over a month. Hopefully could be a month from now, could be a few weeks from now, could be 2 months from now, who knows. Because the last episode of the series was just over a month ago. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And sorry about, like, I know, like, the stats and everything on the screen is really bright, just the light in here. So sorry about that, but obviously if you see my videos, that happens. And obviously sometimes this camera, like what just happened, like 5 seconds ago, where it kind of goes blurry for a second, or hopefully, yeah. This camera, yes, it does. Well, when the screen on the TV moves, like how like it shifts over, the screen on the camera moves, and also the lighting, because obviously everything, you just still can see it sort of, but also it's really bright. And also, well, sometimes just what happened like just now, I think sometimes it's blurry for a second or like 5 seconds. Yeah, usually it's, well, yeah, usually it's not, well, like even at like Texas Stars games where sometimes it's blurry for 5 seconds, or in this case, like what just happened like a minute ago or 30 seconds ago, it's blurry for a second and it's good, and then some other times it's blurry for like 5 seconds and then it's good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Our next time with Loves on the Board, if you hit the like button, subscribe if you have any answer. Mom, Dad, grandmother, and adults, pets, friends about these videos. And I'm going to see you in episode number 6 of this Vinny J, Madden 22, Face of the Franchise series. See you in episode number 6. And eat a lot of bacon, and go Jaguars.